Hi, I'm really nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. So, have you seen this video before? This video from Vision Summit, which was going in LA just 2 months earlier. And the reason why I chose this video is not so simple. It's very interesting. But let's start with the one question. What is virtual reality now? Is it a kind of entertainment? Is it a kind of game? Maybe some fun or sometimes fear? From my point of view, virtual reality now is a technology. It's a geeky. So if you just ask your next door friend about could he buy a virtual reality headset? No, because it's expensive. And he doesn't know how to use it in everyday life. Probably everyone here knows the adoption life cycle of a technology, and probably you have read the book which is called Crossing the Chasm. And the key point of this book is technology sometimes need to be a product. And that's what we need to do with VR. Now we are here on the early adopters market, but we need to cross the chasm to create a product, to create a meaning of virtual reality and make it mass market. So let me share for you some of my thoughts, which I called 3 forms of virtual reality. The first form is digital perception form of information. At the beginning, there was a text. We have teletypes, we have DOS, Microsoft DOS. Then we can capture an image. We can represent our life in a description form. Next, we have a video. We can capture some moments of our life and we can watch the life of others. We can watch how life is going in Africa, in Antarctica, on mountain, and even in space. And then, now, we have a 360 videos. It's a new form of video which can help us to immerse into environment. We can feel what is going on around you. The next form is story development form. First, it was a book. We have a plot. We have a straight plot from point A to point B. We can't change it. If we read book once and once again, it was the same situation, the same murder, the same protagonist, antagonist. Then we have a film. Film help us to, with power of emotions and actor playing, to choose what is the hero or character probably be a murderer. Then we've got a game. Game help us to interact with environment. We can choose our goals. At the start, we have only one point, but endings could be very different and broader. And then we need to have an emulator. Oh, sorry. Oops. So emulator can help us to choose the context we live. In one moment, we can be a special agent. Then we can be a doctor, probably a lawyer. It doesn't matter, but you can choose who you want to be. The next form is content delivery form. First, we've got a print, we've got a newspaper. We can read about situation which is going in your city, which is going in the countries. Then we have a radio, we can listen, we can free our eyes, we can do something and feed the content. Next, we've got a TV, we have a picture. We can understand what is going on, we can feel some emotions of the characters, we can look at the show, and now we have a VR. VR is some kind of personal digital environment. You know that the next goal of Facebook is to capture your emotion. They create the second version of Oculus Rift, and the main feature of this headset is to capture your emotion, your mimics, your micro mimics, because they want to know what they want to show you in every single moment, what you prefer. This is the main goal of the Facebook, on the second stage, of course. So, digital perception, story development, and content delivery. This is the main goals and the main key points of virtual reality. And those who can gather it together in a one product can win. You know that Fibrum is a leading software developer company. We have published our first game called Roller Coaster just 1.5 years ago. And you know what? That this game up to date got 40% of downloads. For now, we have 26 games, and only our first game, Roller Coaster, got 40% of downloads because we have a 3060 video, we have some kind of emulator. You can immerse in Roller Coaster. You can feel some kind of emotions, some fear, some fun. And of course, we have a VR headset, your personal digital environment. So, as I said, we have 26 apps, and 40% of downloads got to Roller Coaster. 60% of downloads overall got of attractions. It's a simple kind of game. Probably you as a game developer can look at this game like a demo, because you can't do anything in this game, only trigger and then watch around. But it creates a meaning for people, for gamers. Then we are trying to test and adopt some kind of TV shows. You know that in some countries there is a 5D cinema which immerses you in some kind of environment with help not only of 3D screen, but also with some kind of wind, water, something more. And we trying to adopt this video, which you can see in this cinema, into VR. What we've do? We've got this plain video, which you can see on a small screen. Probably it's 90 degrees in front of you, and then we just change the environment, like you are sitting in some kind of cockpit, and people like it. It is the second number of downloads after attractions. Just a simple video in a changed environment, and people immerse. They have a story. Of course, then we are trying to create a real games with some characters, with some quests, but you know, it's not so popular. Probably this is because we are trying to port and adopt already existing mobile games and mobile mechanics to virtual reality. but people don't understand. They want to feel, they want to interact with this environment. It's a new form of interaction. So, let's talk about virtual reality in a market way. For now, we have a PC and a mobile platform. In other hand, we have a full and affordable VR. So if we look at the full and the PC, we can seek for Oculus, Vive, and PlayStation VR. This is the key players of this segment of virtual reality. If we look at a mobile and a full virtual reality, this is of course a Samsung Gear VR headset and companies like Nibiru. Nibiru is our partner. They create an all-in-one headset. You don't need a phone. You just buy a mobile headset with phone already in it. Mobile and affordable is about us, is about Fibrum, is about cardboard. The difference between full and affordable is in the average of session. If we speak about mobile affordable virtual reality, the average session is about 2 or 5 minutes because it's uncomfortable for people. We don't have such powerful technology to bring high quality content to people, to their eyes, to their ear. If we speak about GearVR and Nibiru, they are going to create content which have probably 15 minutes of average session. It's a little bit longer and probably affordable. Of course, if we're speaking about Oculus and HTC Vive and PlayStation VR, we have a very powerful technology. We can create a very comfortable environment, not only in virtual reality, but also in a reality. So, if we speak about PC and affordable VR, it's a little bit complicated to define the key players because, you know, it's really hard to create a special headset which can bring to you, with the help of computer, some content. So, this is the number of total downloads which we've already got in our games. I am king of mobile virtual reality, and I tell you why. It is cheaper. We can test, we can try everything. The average time we spend on creating one of our game is about 2 or 3 months. We use studios who can create 3D games, and we provide to them a special plot, a special game design, a special mechanics. And with help of this, they need only 2 or 3 months to create mobile virtual reality games. And it gives us some kind of freedom because it's not so longer, it's not so expensive. We can test it, we can try, because virtual reality for now is about experimenting. This is the number of total hours spent in our games. Yeah, our games is very popular. Actually, I don't know why. Yeah, it's a big question for our company, but we are trying to investigate this. So this is the percentage of countries which already involved in virtual reality, and of course the USA on the first place, South Korea on the second. Yeah, these guys like and to try something new in in the gaming industry. And what is more interesting that the Russia got the third place. So I want to tell you that it is a time. It is the time to involve in virtual reality. And the reason why I choose the video from the Vision Summit is because the Vision Summit is some kind of a start point of cooperation of big companies to develop and to create some meaning of virtual reality. Thank you for attention. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. And I think that on the backstage we can find some points of cooperation. Thank you. Okay, no questions. You have, okay.
Will ever be in mass use on virtual reality?
Yes, but we need to adopt it because we take the person FPC shooter from mobile game or from PC game, and you know the speed, for example, the speed of the running of the first person is rapid. We need to slow it down because when we are in virtual reality, it's another experience of interact and of immersive in virtual reality.
As I understood, you're making games mostly for Google Cardboard and mobile, right? Which
Yes,
platform?
for not for Google Cardboard, but for cardboard-like headset. We have our special own SDK, which help us and third-party developers to dive in virtual reality in an easy way, because only what you need is to bring a stereoscopic camera into your environment, and that's all. You are in virtual reality. The next step is to create a game design, a game mechanics, and so on. But yeah, our main market is cardboard-like headset.
Are you just bringing the stereoscopic camera into the game, or you're using some kind of SDK which compensates the distortion of lenses and so on?
Yeah, we have some lenses distortion compensate, but we do it programmatically because for us it's a real technological issue to change something on the platform because we use iPhone and Android phones, and it's closed for us. We can't dive into the core of this system and change some hardware or something else, and that's why we have some programmatical resolving this issue. Also, we have some compensating of drifting problem because because of the electric of gyroscope and accelerometer, sometimes they are going to collect errors, and it's while you are playing, it is a little bit drifting. So, and we need to compensate because it's really influence on your experience in the game.
Okay, and do you distinguish between different devices, or you do the compensations all the same way for all devices?
For now, it's all the same way.
Okay, and I wanted to ask also, what kind of devices do you target? Do you target only high-end devices, because the rendering of two pictures takes a lot of resources from the device?
Yeah, it's a good question. Thank you. So at the beginning of our company, we are trying to understand the amount of devices which, and of course of users which like to involve in virtual reality. That's why we create some kind of demo and not so high quality games. But for now, we understand that our main target is people who use phones like Samsung Galaxy S3, LG, oh no, S5, LG G3, Nexus 5, and so on. So probably it is high-end smartphones, but in the last year.
So about like middle end and
Yeah,
lower
middle end.
Okay.
Exactly.
And it is enough for your graphics?
Yes, for now it's enough.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.